We all know the wall trick. We talk about it over and over again, telling new players that the only way to quickly progress through LDOE is by learning the wall trick. This trick will single-handedly save you a lot of weapons, armor, medkits, resources, and much more. This is why in today's video, I will try to explain this amazing trick in details, giving all the information you will need, so that you can clear Bunker Alpha using only spears. So, what is the wall trick all about? Basically, the wall trick revolves around how zombies are coded in Last Day on Earth. To put it simply, zombies are programmed to always close the distance between you and them. When zombies chase you down and you hide behind a wall, the zombies won't actually go around. Rather, they will stand in the other side of the wall thinking that they can hit you, which means that you are forever stuck in that position unless you move away. This is the main concept you will need to understand before trying out the wall trick. However, the wall trick has 3 components that can change how it is done. These components are the zombies, the weapons, and the locations. Each of these components can vary. For example, some weapons are very effective for the wall trick, while others can get you killed. The wall trick also changes from location to location. So let's go over these components and try to explain where and how they can vary. First is the zombies. The enemies in Last Day on Earth have an attack speed. Each enemy has its own attack speed and it can vary from slow to fast. As players, if using the correct weapon, we will have 99% of the time the fastest attack speed. The wall trick takes advantage of this by using the small gap of time between each hit to strike. The slower the enemy, the more time we have to strike back. For example, Frenzied Giants have the slowest attack speed in Last Day on Earth, which makes them the easiest zombie to wall trick. Next is the weapons. In LDOE, each weapon has an attack speed and a range of attack. For instance, the Skull Crusher is very slow but has a long range of attack. On the other hand, a Cleaver is fast but also has a very short range of attack. The best option for the wall trick will always going to be fast attack speed, medium range of attack. In my opinion, these are the weapons I recommend using when wall tricking. Crowbars, very cheap to craft, has a fast attack speed and a medium range of attack. It is pretty much the perfect weapon for the job. You also have machetes, katanas, and metal pipes. These are expensive to craft and extremely rare to find. But if you don't want to spend ages clearing Bunker Alpha, you might speed up the process using metal pipes. And the ultimate weapon for the wall trick, the one weapon used by the most dedicated players of LDOE, is of course spears. It is the cheapest weapon to craft, does decent damage, has a perfect range of attack. The only drawback is the attack speed. Because it is slow, it is not very effective against faster zombies, such as fast biters or toxic spitters. And the last component is the locations. Each location in LDOE is different from the other. When it comes to the wall trick, we can separate these locations into 2 categories, easy and hard. Easy is where the wall trick is basically perfect. It works like a charm. The locations include Bunker Alpha, the port lab, the motel, the factory, the police department, and bases in raids. It works perfectly because in these locations, zombies don't go around walls. Like I said in the start, they will just stand next to the wall and they will hit indefinitely, thinking that they can reach you. This is why if you are a beginner and want to learn a wall trick, these locations are where you want to start. Although, there is one thing you need to take into consideration in Bunker Alpha. In some parts of the area, walls are actually transparent. Let me explain. As you can see on your screen, the zombies are hitting me even though I am standing behind a wall. This is because in Bunker Alpha, when there is a single door like this one right here, the gap is actually larger than it seems. In reality, the gap in the doors extends a little bit to the sides. This is why I recommend avoiding the wall trick here. Instead, use the double doors to do the wall trick. Hard, on the other hand, is where the developers decided to change up the behavior of enemies to spice it up. In the transport hub and the farm, zombies will actually go around walls. The zombies are not dumb anymore. They are actually smart, and they will chase you down even if you are behind a wall. So, these are the 3 components of the wall trick. The zombies, the weapons, and the locations. How to actually perform the wall trick correctly? Let's start off in the easy locations. Let's say you are trying to wall trick a Frenzied Giant in Bunker Alpha. First, lure him next to the wall, preferably next to a double door instead of a single door, of course. Try to make him as close as possible to it. If he is not moving anymore, take a few steps away from the wall. Let the Frenzied Giant move a little bit, then quickly hug the wall again. Once he is close enough, you can start the wall trick. To do the wall trick properly, you will need to time your movement to the animation and sounds of enemies. When the Frenzy Giant attacks and you hear this sound, quickly step forward and hit him, then step back. The sound of the Frenzy Giant hitting the wall is the signal to move forward. The small gap between his first and second attack is when you will strike. This gap is the enemy's attack speed. Fast attack speeds will result in smaller gaps of attack. Frenzy Giants have the slowest attack speed. I know most of you who are still learning the wall trick are afraid of Frenzy Giants. But what I can recommend you to do is to train and practice the wall trick in the motel, the factory, or in the police department. Because now that you understand how the wall trick works, the only thing that's remaining is the practice. You need to get used to the motion of going back and forth. Relax your hands, stay calm, follow the steps, and with enough time and practice, you will master the wall trick in no time. I am going to show another example of the wall trick, but this time with a toxic abomination. As always, lure it next to the wall and try to make it as close as possible. When you hear the sound of the zombie hitting the wall, move forward, quickly click on the attack button and move back again. Move forward, click on the attack button and move back again. Move forward, click on the attack button and move back again. And this is how you do the wall trick. Let's say that this time there is not just one zombie but two. What you want to do is to synchronize their attacks. Make it so that they are both hitting you at the same time. And the wall trick basically stays the same. Move forward, click on the attack button and move back again. If there is more than just two zombies, then it becomes a problem. The trick here is to try and separate the zombies, to make some zombies further away from the wall, while trying to have others closer to it. You can deal with zombies one by one, and in the worst case, you won't take as much damage. Lastly, let's talk about the wall trick in the hard locations. Well, the difference here is that because the zombies can go around walls, you will need to be constantly moving back and forth. You have no time to spend behind the wall. As you can see here, I am constantly moving. The Savage Giant has no time to move or do anything. The moment I stop and hide behind the wall, the Savage Giant will go around and hit me. This is why it is important to master the wall trick in the easy locations before trying it in the hard ones. Now the farm is not that hard to clear, that's for sure. You won't even need the wall trick. However, in the transport hub, it's another deal. The wall trick can save you a lot of guns and medkits, so be sure to train and practice the wall trick every day. And this is how you can master the wall trick in Last Day on Earth. I hope I was clear and you guys understood the basics of the wall trick. If you have any questions, make sure to share them in the comments down below. Thanks for watching and bye bye.